So right now we have at the booth of Osisko Metals at the PDAC, and the gentleman standing beside me is the president CEO of the company, Jeff Hussey. Hi Jeff, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you very much.
Maybe you can start off with just giving us a brief overview about what Osisko Metals does.
Osisko Metals in the last 18 months has secured a position in two of Canada's premier zinc mining camps, namely the Pine Point mining camp and Bathurst. We rapidly converted historical resources to NAI500 resource we announced in December at Pine Point, 38.4 million tons at about a 6.6 zinc equivalency, which converts to about 5.5 billion pounds of metal, zinc plus lead. So that was a very quick conversion. We got the company in February and we put out a resource in December. And concurrently we drilled in the Bathurst mining camp and we put out a resource just a couple of weeks ago where we published combined indicated inferred 5.8 million tons at about 8.3 zinc equivalent, probably the equivalent of approximately about another billion pounds of lead plus zinc. So in 18 months we started the company, took a commanding position in two mining camps, converted historical resources, and this year we're going to start exploring for more, especially in the Pine Point camp. All of the drilling was done to convert the historical resources to the 38.4 million tons that we outlined. Now we're going to start looking at the upside, so it's getting very exciting.
Maybe you can share with the audience about the overall zinc market. So zinc, we had a bit of a good run in the first half of the last year, and then it came back down. So what's your thoughts when entering now we're in 2019, the overall zinc metals market?
Yeah, the zinc price came off from 150. The forecast was 175 for the next 2 years. In June of last year, there was a turning point when the tariff trade wars started, and there was a reaction to that. But it came back down to $1. It's down now at 120 to 130. And we make, like in our resource, and what we see as a long-term price is $1.15. We think that, and hence the reason we're focused on zinc, the days of $1.15, lower than $1.15 zinc are behind us. So currently the price is still a good price for what we're doing, and the upside is there to, as we build more resources, the story will just get better.
So for some of the audience, mostly in worldwide and other places, maybe you can explain, because most of your projects are in Canada, how's the jurisdiction in mining in Canada compared to other places, why you choose this place?
Yeah, we're located in Montreal. We have, the Osisko group has developed a lot of companies and resources in Canada. We like Canada as a safe jurisdiction, and both Bathurst and Pine Point are in Canada. Pine Point's just in the Northwest Territories, and Bathurst on the East Coast. The beauty of their location on top of being in Canada is that they're two former major zinc mining camps. So when you deal with base metals, you need the infrastructure, and everything is there. All the supporting infrastructure is there for both projects. Since they had, in the case of Pine Point, 25-year mining history, and in the case of Bathurst, over a 50-year mining history.
So you mentioned about your key project, Pine Point, have the resource estimate. So what's next what's the next planning for this project?
This is where it's going to get really exciting. So in 2004, there was gravity surveys became a new innovative tool to be used. So when you're using that tool, you're looking for mineralization that has a good density contrast, and that's exactly what we have at Pine Point. It's massive sulfides in limestone. So we have a $1 million survey on the central 20 kilometers where 23 of those 38 million tons are located, and what we know is that the average drilling has been to 75 meters, but the favorable stratigraphy goes to 200 to 300. There's two types of deposits at Pine Point. One is tabular, one is prismatic, and we feel that the prismatic deposit type is going to be very, we'll be able to see this at depths of 50 to 150, where the predecessor company would not have been able to, one, see them, because conventional geophysics does not detect these kinds of deposits. Gravity is a new tool. We're bringing it to an old camp, and we think it's going to create a lot of value.
So how's Pine Point, this project, stacking up against other lead zinc projects in terms of grade or size?
Very unique. That's the beauty of Pine Point. It's high grade. 6.6 zinc equivalent would equate to 2.5% copper, or 3 gram ton gold in an open pit setting. If you look at 90% of the projects out there, 90% of zinc mines are underground. Most of the development projects are underground. There you need much higher grades. Here we have 6.6, but for an open pit, that's considered high grade in today's context. So it is very unique amongst our peers. We probably have the largest resource base in shallow, near surface, high grade mineralization with all the infrastructure needed to develop this going forward. And an upside that is second to none because of these camps. I could go on quite a bit about Pine Point at depth along strike. There's tens of kilometers. There's 60 kilometer strike length. In the central 20 kilometers, there's 3 trends we're looking at. So essentially we have 60 kilometers just in that central core, and we're going to be able to fly the gravity along the trend and outline anomalies, and believe me, this year we will test those priority anomalies, and we think it'll bring game-changing upside to the project, and that's what we're waiting to do. So first was convert the resources, now it's to grow them to the largest resource base we can. We're going to fly that survey mid-year, and we'll be drilling it by fall.
So in summary, why should investor consider investing into Osisko Metals right now?
Well, right now we're trading at what would be considered a 52-week range low, but the beauty is in the backdrop is zinc inventory is still at critical levels. And so the price will rise as we go forward. In the next 2 years, there's some supply coming on, but there's very few to none zinc development projects coming in the pipeline. So as I said, zinc below 115 is history. I think 115 plus is to come, and we could easily see it go to 175 or more. So the backdrop, the economic fundamental context of why we're focused on zinc is there. Secondly, we've converted historical results to delimit 6.5 billion pounds. That's value, that's real value now in NAI500 and the upside is exceptional, especially in Pine Point, but also in Bathurst. So you have everything you need for a base metal story. Excellent resources, excellent metallurgy, which I could go on about for quite a long time. Pine Point creates a premium product. In the world of zinc concentrates that are coming on the market that are very dirty, you need a Pine Point concentrate to dilute down those deleterious elements. And so on all aspects, from having the supportive infrastructure to outlining good value this year to the huge upside ahead, there's 3 very good reasons to invest in Osisko Metals.
So thank you for your time today, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching this video. Please scan the QR code to log on NAI500 website and follow us on social media to get regular updates on the Chinese language North American market news, CEO interviews, trends, and investment opportunities. Click subscribe to our channel to watch more interviews and presentations.